Right now, Milwaukee is laying 4 points against the Nets at home. Matt, are you taking the cheese on Brooklyn being slightly better in transition defense, or are you thinking Milwaukee is just an opponent that could totally rip that trend apart?
Yeah, I think that's small sample, and I'm definitely expecting for the Bucks to absolutely tear them up in this, in part because their defense is better. They'll be able to get stops on there. If we look at this line, it's been bouncing back between 4 and 3.5 all day. It doesn't seem like it's going to be moving in any sort of major direction. I like Bucks -4 here. I like it obviously better at 3.5. If we take out home court advantage for the Bucks here, this line scales to -1.5 to 2 on a neutral. That doesn't sound right. With where the Bucks are at right now, this Nets team has looked disorganized. This Nets team looks disconnected. There's a huge coaching gap here in terms of how their teams are prepared. The Nets are second in points allowed in the paint per 100 possessions. So even though that transition defense might have been good so far, they're getting tore up on the interior. And we saw that in their game versus the Memphis Grizzlies. They have a really hard time. Part of that's because the Nets play a lot of switch, right? They play switch and at the level. They are not sinking to protect the rim. They want to guard you on the perimeter. This causes problems when you're facing a guy like Giannis Antetokounmpo that you literally cannot stop from getting to the rim. So with no weak side rim protection, Giannis is going to have a night. And when they are forced to bring help, that's going to open up the 3-pointers. The Bucks have been better at their 3-point defense this season than they were to end last year. That's promising for them. And then you got the matchup here between Giannis and KD. Giannis is 5-1 straight up and against the spread versus KD the last 2 seasons. Those are only games when those two guys have played. So for me, there's a huge edge here. The Bucks take this game seriously. The Bucks protect home court. The Nets, I'm sorry, I don't necessarily take them seriously as an NBA team right now. And that's pretty evident from how Ben Simmons looks. So I'll take the serious team, and I'm willing to lay the 4 with Milwaukee at home.
75% of the bets, 82% of the money, according to the Action app, coming in on Milwaukee. So the people like Milwaukee as well. 10-game slate. This is one of the 10 games. And again, Green Dot Daily is presented by BetMGM. We have a special promo for tonight's slate. NBA First Basket Score Insurance. All you have to do is opt into this promo. You then place a first basket score prop on any NBA game. And even if your bet loses, you'll receive your wager back in free bets up to $25 over at BetMGM. So that's fun. What do you like tonight, Matt Moore? Do you like someone in particular that could deliver on this prop?
Yeah, let's go with Grayson Allen +850, getting that nice +850 line on him. Key here is make sure he's starting. You can follow Fantasy Labs NBA on Twitter, and that's going to get you the starting lineups before this game comes out. The reason I say that is just in case Budenholzer wants to switch things up versus the Nets and their particular lineup going bigger with Bobby Portis and shifting everyone. But Grayson Allen should start with Chris Middleton still out. Allen's 4th highest in first minute usage rate the last 2 seasons. So amongst all Bucks players and across a pretty decent sample size when he's been starting, he's got the 4th highest usage rate in that first minute of play. He gets a lot of shots up in that first minute. 2nd and 3rd for the Bucks behind Giannis, not starting tonight. They're not available. So as long as Portis isn't starting, Chris Middleton's out. Those are 2 and 3. You've got really good value here on Grayson Allen +850 to score the first field goal.